In this video, I'll show you 20 of Roger's personas and some insight into each one and when they first appeared. Alright, up first. Number 1, we have Ricky Spanish.
Ricky Spanish.
Ricky Spanish is Roger's most infamous persona.
That's him! Son of a bitch!
Notorious for causing chaos wherever he goes. He's a sleazy and manipulative criminal with a dark past that even Roger seems to regret. We first see him in the episode called Ricky Spanish in Season 8, Episode 17. This persona is responsible for some of Roger's worst deeds, including betraying people who trusted him and
You came back for me! I knew you changed! I knew you...
stealing from his own family. The character is one of my favorites on the show. Number 2 is Jeannie Gold.
Fake hymens for those not-so-well-behaved Middle Eastern brides. These beauties are packed full of ox blood.
Jeannie is a wedding planner with a highly professional demeanor, but underlying emotional instability. She is first seen in Shallow Vows Season 5, Episode 6. Jeannie is dedicated to her work, but has a penchant for going too far, often
This boy is to die first.
Here comes the bride!
sabotaging relationships and creating chaos while pretending to help. Her exaggerated enthusiasm makes her both entertaining and dangerous. Number 3, Twill Ongenbone. That's a mouthful. An archaeologist type character Roger makes up to impress the family, with only Francine bothering to play along.
How do you know all this?
I'm an archaeologist.
In this episode, The Adventures of Twill Ongenbone and his boy Jabari. Season 8, Episode 9. Roger goes out of his way to convince Franny that he is a real archaeologist, which we find out that of course he is not what he says he is as usual, and causes Franny to kill a man by accident.
We're actors! You just killed Cuba Gooding Jr.!
Number 4, Dr. Penguin. Dr. Penguin is an unlicensed therapist with questionable methods and an even more dubious understanding of psychology.
My folks would be devastated if they knew the truth. Well, what should I do?
Need to keep lying.
In the episode Dr. Klaustus, Season 7, Episode 13, under the persona of Dr. Penguin, Roger offers therapy to the Smith family while he tries his best. They are better off not taking advice from Roger. Obviously, Dr. Penguin is known for his over-the-top, condescending tone and inappropriate comments.
Jeff, do you have belly hair?
What?
We'll circle back, Jeff.
Oh, and his bad advice. Number 5, Chex Lemoneux. Roger, 1980s U.S. Olympic hockey team character.
Me, I'll prove it to you. You know how I go out of town once a year?
No, I don't like to think about you. It's confusing.
In the episode The Return of the Bling, Season 5, Episode 13. This character is an American treasure for winning a gold in the Olympics, which to find out he did it by cheating, of course.
And of course, I couldn't feel a thing because of all the steroids I was on.
Steroids?
With the help of some roids to go with the gold. Just another great example of Roger's long list of distasteful personas. Number 6, Kevin Bacon.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Kevin Bacon.
Not to be confused with the real actor, Roger's Kevin Bacon persona is a random joyride where he impersonates the celebrity for his gain. Seen in the episode 4 Little Words, Season 2, Episode 15. This persona shows Roger's ability to imitate celebrities and get free stuff and get into trouble while he is at it, only to leave the blame on the real celebrity. And you too can be Kevin Bacon if you have a prosthetic pig nose at home. Number 7 with Sydney Huffman. This character, a kind Bible maker, is a far-fetched for Roger in the episode The One That Got Away, Season 4, Episode 2. Sydney Huffman lives a simple life making Bibles and trying to make an honest woman out of his girlfriend. That's until Roger goes and messes all that up for himself with another persona, not remembering he is Sydney.
I'm Sydney. One of my personas has taken on a life of its own.
This just shows that even Roger can't keep up with all his personas. Number 8, Laura Vanderbooben. Very creative name, right?
Laura Vanderbooben's the name.
A well-endowed woman looking for some quick cash in the episode. Stanny Slickers 2, The Legend of Ollie's Gold, Season 3, Episode 15. Roger hears of a great way to make $1 million. A short-lived character, she's purposely trying to be harassed to make some cash. And in the end, Roger has to harass himself with another persona.
You wanted to see me?
Fondelberg, did you sexually harass Miss Vanderbooben?
You bet your ass I did. I harassed the crap out of her.
To make it out with a cool 90,000. Not too bad for a woman with Roger's figure. Number 9 brings us the Legman, a private detective persona where Roger teams up with Steve's Wheels character to
how
solve
about this for a
mysteries. Wheels and the Legman show up in several episodes across the seasons when a not-so-serious case needs to be solved.
Legs, please, just pull over.
Legman's partnership with Wheels is a parody of buddy cop shows, with Roger playing the arrogant and overly dramatic detective role, often to Steve's frustration. Number 10, Clip Clop. This character is used in an attempt to make Stan come out of his shell in therapy in the episode Widowmaker, Season 3, Episode 12. Short-lived, this persona makes it mark as a reckless attempt at getting Stan to talk about his dangerous life as a CIA agent. With his hoof of friendship, he
Nay, you're spooking me!
makes for one of the greatest Rogers personas. Number 11 is Captain Francois Dubonnet,
Captain Francois Dubonnet, French Interpol.
and a quick role-swapping fight with Haley, which creates this character in the episode Jack's Back, Season 4, Episode 13, Roger persona, Francois Dubonnet, a French Interpol captain who has devoted a decade of his life to bringing Mama Marouche, played by Haley, the head of criminal organization, to justice. Quick-lived in this quick montage. His French accent and outfit are enough to leave a memory. Number 12 brings us Genevieve Vivance.
Tonight on News Glance, is heroin the new cure for cancer? What I don't know about things will shock you.
Roger's persona news anchor personality in the episode News Glance with Genevieve Vivance. Season 9, Episode 19. Roger uses the whole family with this career girl trying to make it big, lying that Steve is missing and using Haley to make a big show of it just for a boost in ratings.
It's too early to speculate whether Steve is dead or alive, but when we come back, it won't be.
Genevieve persona ends with a flash after Steve and Haley start telling the truth. Number 13, Roy Rogers McFreely. I love this name.
Roy Rogers McFreely is the name, chairing the Homeowners Association's My Game.
A rebellious persona Roger adopts to undermine Stan's authority as HOA president. Roy is outspoken, disruptive, and determined to create chaos. In the episode, Roy Rogers McFreely on Season 4, Episode 12. Roy leads an aggressive campaign to abolish the neighborhood HOA. This persona shows Roger's will go out of his way to get what he wants and to stick it in Stan's face. Number 14, Raider Dave. Roger shows this persona randomly in the episode The Dentist's Wife, Season 11, Episode 12. This persona pops up in the episode during a montage of Roger's persona in which he is trying to find his true self, with Franny trying to help as always. He is not around long, but Raider Dave leaves a lasting impression. Well, at least on me he did.
Raider Dave! Overcooked it. Boy, you add just one ingredient too many and you end up Raider Dave.
Number 15 is Jenny from the Block. Roger becomes Steve's teenage girl cousin in the episode Jenny from the Block, Season 6, Episode 16. Roger shows us that he has no shame by becoming a teenage girl and by dating Snot and really going with it, like all the way with it.
I'm sorry I ever asked you for this favor. I should have known you'd take it too far.
Yeah, you should have. You've known me for years, Steve.
In part to get back at Steve a little, and part because Roger is an alien and he gets bored, so Jenny is born and unborn in this unforgettable episode. Number 16, Max Jets. Max Jets is an elderly billionaire who lavishes wealth on those around him while maintaining a shrewd and manipulative personality.
Achoo! Oh!
Max is back! You're so clever!
Spending mucus!
Oh, Max, it's so...
Seen in the episode of Max Jets, Season 8, Episode 11. Roger uses Max to shower the Smith family with extravagant gifts. However, he also fakes his death and manipulates events to his advantage, highlighting the ever-showing deceptive side of his personas. Number 17, Abigail Lemon Party.
Couple. So which one of you is the man?
An eccentric elderly woman with a no-nonsense attitude and a penchant for meddling in other people's affairs in the episode Killer Vacation, Season 8, Episode 2. In the Smith Wild Vacation Rogers persona, Abigail Lemon Party falls for an older gentleman to only turn it into heartbreak and disaster. Even as an old lady, he can't be sweet. Number 18, Martin Sugar. a mob boss who exudes power and intimidation, but with a quirky twist that only Roger could provide in the episode The People Varys Martin Sugar, Season 6, Episode 7. Martin Sugar, on trial for his crimes, is met by Stan, ever happy to be doing his jury duty, and sees a chance to take Roger down, which leads to Roger on the run from the police and Stan on his tail. By the end, the roles are reversed with Stan on trial and Roger on the jury, and he does look like he's going to be lenient. Number 19, Professor Baxter. He first introduces himself as Professor Guggenheim, but then changes it to Baxter in the episode Iced Babies, Season 2, Episode 6. Roger adopts the guise of a professor with exaggerated intelligence and sophistication. Through Professor Baxter, Haley uses Roger to get to a guy she likes at the college. Roger feels the high of being idolized by his students, and quickly screws it all up when one student takes him to literal and offs his parents.
Oh, and you know how you told us to make a change for the better? Well, I took your advice and stabbed my father 38 times!
Number 20, Tearjerker. That one Bond villain we never knew we needed. Tearjerker is an evil movie producer and a parody of classic James Bond villains in the episode Tearjerker Season 3, Episode 10. He creates overly emotional films that cause people to cry themselves to death. Tearjerker's exaggerated villainy is a comedic highlight, complete with a dramatic evil volcano lair, convoluted schemes. Roger leans into every spy movie trope, making the persona both ridiculous and entertaining while lampooning the genre.
You'll never catch me!
This persona and the rest make American Dad like no other show out there, and the reason I am such a big fan of the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more American Dad videos. Leave comments on anything you would like to see in the future. Also, what is your favorite Roger persona? Thanks, and see you next time.